Welcome to the Talking Fantasy Baseball Podcast Midweek Minutes edition on Tuesday, June 10th. My name is Eric Henriksen. On each Midweek Minutes, we'll be bringing you the biggest news and notes you need to know. But before we get started, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. We're available on all major podcast platforms: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, and the Odyssey app. And give us a like, leave us a 5-star rating or a thumbs up. It really helps us out a lot. With that out of the way, let's jump right in. The number one prospect in all of baseball, Roman Anthony, was called up by the Red Sox yesterday. In a corresponding move, Wilyer Abreu hit the IL with a strained oblique. Now, that's usually going to be longer than the standard 10 days. And Roman Anthony is the number one prospect in the game right now, so you have to be excited that he got the call. He's a power-speed combo, massive ceiling guy, high batting average, does not strike out a lot. This is a 5-tool, 5-category contributor coming up. This is the drop what you're doing right now. Check to see if he's available in your league. Pick him up and drop literally anybody except for maybe a first-round pick for him. This guy is legit, and I hope he sticks despite being called up because of an injury. Now, we've seen rookies really struggle when they get the call at first this year. I just don't think that's going to happen with this guy. He hits the ball hard. He's got a great eye. He makes a lot of contact. He's just ready. And I think he's got the most tools to hit the ground running right away. So Roman Anthony, again, getting the call by the Red Sox. He actually did not get the start yesterday. I've noticed that a lot this year. Teams are calling up their prospects and they're not starting the players right away, in the first game at least. So expect him to be in the lineup going forward every day. He's that good. And I think if you've had him stashed this whole time, you're about to get rewarded big time. Now, is he going to come out and be a first-round value player right away? No, probably not. But he's going to be a very solid contributor, that a guy that you can leave in your lineup every day and set and forget. Roman Anthony getting the call by the Red Sox. Go add him if for some reason he's available in your league. Eury Perez, who we've been giving a lot of updates on in recent weeks, made his return yesterday from Tommy John surgery. He pitched 3 innings, struck out 5, but he did give up 4 runs on 4 hits and 2 walks. But I just want to note something. And while he may have been on a pitch count limit, there was a small rain delay before the game. I'm sure he had a lot of adrenaline. That didn't help. The rain delay didn't help. I just think you give him a pass. It was his first game back after a year and a half off. This is a guy who made the major leagues at 20 years old. He had just turned 20 years old. He's 22. He's got top 10 starting pitcher upside. Give him a break for having a fairly unsuccessful outing against the Pittsburgh Pirates yesterday. But he did strike out 5 in 3 innings. So the velocity was there. The strikeout stuff was there. But again, rain delay before the game, probably a lot of adrenaline. So Eury Perez, great to see him back on the mound again. He's just 22 years old. If he's available in your league, go get him. Drop a guy like Michael Wacha. Drop a guy like Dustin May. Eury Perez should not be sitting on the wire. Shane McClanahan threw a successful bullpen session at the end of last week. Images on his arm, quote, couldn't be better. And he'll probably throw a couple more bullpens before beginning on a substantial rehab assignment. I still believe in Shane McClanahan. We have seen pitchers struggle coming back from Tommy John surgery this year. We just talked about Eury Perez. We've talked at length about Sandy Alcantara. Nothing is guaranteed with Shane, but he's had a long time off. The Rays have slow played him, as they do with all of their pitchers. And the reason that he's been out longer this year is because he is recovering from nerve irritation in his left arm. All images, like I said, quote, couldn't be better. So expect Shane to come back and really not have any restrictions on his workload because there won't be much time left in the season. I think he's probably going to be back. My guess is mid-July, maybe late July. Another ace coming back from injury, and this one is a yearly occurrence. Tyler Glasnow's bullpen session last week went really well as well, just like Shane McClanahan's, and he's apparently trending upward. And so whatever that means for him, that could still mean he's out 3 more months. So take any positive news for Tyler Glasnow with a gigantic grain of salt. Another pitcher, another ace with injury issues, Michael King, has made no progress apparently as the team's medical staff figures out a treatment plan for him. Now, I talked recently about how it's frustrating that they weren't letting Michael King go, a little deeper into games. I think this is extremely frustrating, even more so, because he apparently just slept on his shoulder wrong, and now he's got a pinched nerve in his shoulder, and there's been no update for like a week and a half. I don't know about you, but like I sleep on my shoulder wrong, I'm okay in like 2 days. So something I think bigger is wrong here with Michael King. So I can't understand what's taking the medical staff so long to figure out a treatment plan. Pinched nerve in the shoulder? There's got to be like a textbook way to heal this. I think there's probably something greater here, and I really hope it's not thoracic outlet. I really hope that there's no issue like Brandon Woodruff had with the capsule issue. You never know with pitchers these days. So Michael King, no progress so far. He's still in a holding pattern. Talk about oft injured. Ryan Weathers is out at least 8 weeks with a lat strain. This is quite possibly the weirdest situation I've seen all season. So before the first inning starts, the catcher, before any inning starts, really, the catcher throws down to second base as like a warm-up throw, right after the pitcher's last warm-up throw. Catcher goes to throw down to second base, hits Ryan Weathers in the head. He goes down. That's got to hurt, right? That catcher's throw is not just like a lollipop. It's on a line to the bag every time. So Weathers gets hit in the head with the ball. He goes down. They don't pull him. He pitches, and he goes 3 innings. Diminished velocity. He's seen shaking and flexing his forearm, which is what he missed most of the year with, a forearm strain. So after the game, he's evaluated for a head injury. Like not during the game when he got hit in the head with the ball. After the game. Nothing with his forearm. And then he ends up on the IL, the 60-day IL right away, by the way. So that means he's out 2 months. The 60-day IL with a lat strain. With literally no indication that there was anything wrong with his arm. But Ryan Weathers out again, 2 months at least. And I got to imagine that it's going to be longer than that. I mean, look at Luis Gil. He's been out all season with the lat strain. Luis Severino missed 3-4 months with a lat strain. Like, that's a serious injury for a pitcher. So I think you can safely drop Ryan Weathers. And if Yuri Perez or Roman Anthony are available, go make that switch right now. And one bit of bullpen news, Daniel Palencia blew a save yesterday, and Ryan Presley has rattled off 11 innings without an earned run, actually just giving up 1 unearned run in that span to go along with 10 strikeouts. Porter Hodge will throw a live bullpen session today. So in my opinion, this bullpen situation could get very, very messy very quickly. I think Palencia should be the guy. He just seems to emanate closer with his emotion on the mound and his antics and all that. But I can see giving it back to Presley. The one thing I should say, it should not be Porter Hodge. He has been terrible. If you are a Palencia owner, if you're a Hodge owner, if you're a Presley stasher, because I don't think anyone's really been starting Presley, just monitor that situation. It could take a turn in any direction at any moment. But that does it for this edition of Midweek Minutes. Josh and I will be back later this week with an all-new full-length episode. So please subscribe. We're available on all major podcast platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, and the Odyssey app. Give us a like, a 5-star rating, a kind review. We will read them all. And if there's anything you want us to talk about, drop us a message. For Talking Fantasy Baseball's Midweek Minutes, I'm Eric saying, see you next time.